Greetings, fellow slingers, and welcome back to the Digital Rage Room. Your trusted handler is ready to announce that what you have got queued up and are listening to is none other than our Season 13 finale. It took 16 episodes to get here, but here it is. Yeah, we took some liberties with this scenario, as anyone who's read the book can attest to. And so if you are following along in the book and you begin to wonder, well, where's so-and-so? Or better still, who the hell is this blankety blank? Just know I put my own touch to this scenario. And like I've always said, as a handler, GM, DM, judge, or ref, it always falls under your purview to make the things you run, either homebrew or published, have a slice of your own personality. I hope all of you have enjoyed the ride so far. As for what's in the pipe, well, that'd be Season 14, otherwise known as lot number 27. So don't unstrap yourselves just yet, because the ride hasn't stopped. I also want to give a little shout out to Albert Stebbins over on YouTube. He'd mentioned us in a comment saying that, we got some great stuff and he's really looking forward to the final episodes. Well, this is it, Albert. By the way, I want to thank you very much, Albert, for pointing out the lethality rules. I know that we always tend to have our books open with us while we're playing, and we do kind of pause here and there, kind of take a peek. But you know what? That is awesome that you pointed out that to us. I really appreciate that, and I know that the rest of the hard slingers here dig it too, because it shows, you know what? You're paying attention to detail, and I love that stuff. Also, guys, if you haven't joined us on our YouTube channel at Roll the Hard 20, then please head on over there, click that subscribe bell. Make sure you hit those notifications so you never miss when we're sending out another episode, because they're still dropping and I'm enjoying that. Also, don't forget, leave us that 5-star rating and review on whatever podcast app you listen to the show on. You know what? Take up too much time. Let's just warm up our dice and top off our glasses. Roll the Hard 20 podcast presents episode 16 of our Convergence run through. Enjoy the finale. Stick that landed.
You got to come see me if you want to find out what's going on.
That's right. You guys can go up there and fucking bend each other over a hay bale.
All right,
nothing after that.
Scope out what's going on downstairs.
A good time.
Yeah, halfway through whatever I've been drinking, and I got a little weepy earlier thinking about Mr. T.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't cry for me, brother.
don't.
Wrong, Mr.
Pity
T.
you.
Wrong, Mr. T.
Which,
You know what I'm talking about?
Mr. Teabag? Who we teabagging?
Oh, Jesus.
Isn't that a Hobbit? Tebow Baggins?
Break out the old Toby. Anyways, all right.
Or not Toby? That's the question.
Time we got here, 7:18.
Nope. 6:11.
Shut up.
You shut up.
I got to use my clock.
God, you're so aggressive.
Yeah, Sammy.
No, we're not.
Aggro aggressive.
Take a breath. Stop holding it. How's everyone been doing? I know we had a hiatus last week. Basically, our listeners won't even know the difference.
I don't know. I'm fearing for my safety with your aggressive behavior this evening.
That's okay. Well, I'll tell you what. After I finish reading some of this, you'll understand why. We ready?
We are ready.
Yeah. All right. Greetings, fellow slingers. Welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast. It is I, your trusted handler, Brian, and with me, my hard slingers of yore. Yeah. Episode 16 of our Delta Green scenario Convergence. We're probably driving this bitch across the finish line tonight. But first, the business. We got a shout out to our newest YouTube subscriber, Delay of Upload. Welcome to the channel. He also went so far as to leave a comment. He says, been trying to find a Delta Green actual play for a while now and stumbled upon you guys. I think it's exactly what I'm looking for. Just a bunch of folks having fun without mentioning pronouns or safe spaces. Every other line. Really enjoy the first episode here. Thank you, Delay of Upload. As I've mentioned before, this is Delta Green. There are no safe spaces. As for pronouns, shit identify as dude, bro, brother, asshole, bloodthirsty DM. What am I
Broski.
missing? What else?
Broski.
Oh, they said pig's feet. Yeah, that too. And then we got James Wachter writing in and saying we had him cracking up. He also mentioned, most likely in regards to you guys not enjoying Convergence, that he's liking the AP and that at least it's entertaining. However, he's excited to hear that our most trusted handler will be writing more originals. Fuck yeah, James. Always. We're down for that. Now,
Yes, we are.
yeah, up to speed. So, last episode, the agents left the reservoir following some kind of UFO to the southeast. While driving along I-135, you came across two blacked out SUVs on fire. It was the cleanup crew that SAC Derringer had sent. Only Agent Alpha and Jane Allen seemed to be nowhere in sight. You were able to procure some munitions from one of the vans, which really bolstered your morale, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one too. Hang on, let me take a drink,
Whoa.
man. I'm gonna need
Yeah,
one.
that'll help.
Yeah, it's helping. Keep going, keep going. Hell yeah. So, continuing towards your destination, you found a farm hinted at in a PDF on Scott Adams' computer. The barn, only accessible through the opening in the loft, allowed Agent each to enter and look inside. The horror of what he saw was enough to make him lose sanity below his breaking point. Each, as you look down in this barn, you see Jane Allen on one of the tables, two of the four aliens holding her down, grabbing this proto-matter goop and stuffing it up under her shirt of this impregnated belly. You see on another table Frank Carancola, scared shitless, and they recently brought the corpse of Agent Alpha out of one of these holding tanks, half of his face missing, one of his arms, one of his legs mangled beyond recognition. They laid him on the table. They smeared some of this proto-matter from a giant vat on him, and you saw his one eye begin darting around, look at you in the loft, and that is where we pick up as you slowly go insane.
Actually, I don't think I'm going insane. Like Iron Maiden, I am playing with madness.
I like that.
Madness.
There you go.
Back to the
Real
old,
quick.
Seventh Son album.
So I'm not below my breaking point. I'm at it. I had 40 as my breaking point, and I had 44. Now I'm at 40. So I'm not below yet. I don't know if that makes a difference.
What's your
And then
breaking point?
40.
And you're at 44 now.
No, I was at 44. Now I'm at 40. So I'm not below it. You had just said I was below my breaking
Oh,
point.
I thought you were below it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like, 0 hit points, -1 hit points. Like I'm at the 0 hit point mark for that.
Okay, so if you're right at the threshold, you haven't broke yet.
Oh, so one more thing, huh?
One more thing, and you're donezo.
Okay.
So as you look down on this barn with the fungal walls, the fungal floor and ceiling, seeing these four little gray entities darting back and forth, what's your play each?
Well, so I haven't broke. Am I still in control of my everything?
As far as you know.
Okay.
Oh, that's scary.
Am I able to move to well, first of all, is there a lot of noise going on, or is it dead silent?
No, there's some clanking of metal instruments atop of the metal tables that these three individuals are down on. You hear these little gray entities kind of scuffling across the floor, making like a... They're not really noticing anything up in the loft because there's no reason for them to look up there yet.
Okay.
By the way, I don't know if I mentioned it last episode, but there is a ladder on the inside of the barn that extends from the loft going straight down to the floor below.
Okay. And how far away from them? I assume I'm up probably like 20 feet or something like that, or
You're 18
15
feet up.
18 feet.
Yes.
Okay. And so can I make my way to the edge of the outside of the loft and look at the agents down below? Can I Is that easy to do, like in a quick move, or do I have to?
Yeah, because there's a giant hail bay.
Hail Bay. Hay bale?
Hay bale.
Hey, Bill.
I speak handler.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's just one step removed from Aklo at this point.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a giant hay bale that's blocking the view from the inside out and the outside in. That's basically what they were using to cut down the light
So it won't shoot
leaking
through.
out. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can creep back along the loft and get on the other side of that hay and look down.
Okay. I want to do that and then have Coldwell, I believe you're down at the base holding it.
Yes.
I,
the ladder. Holding the ladder.
Is that what we're calling it now?
so you're at the base of the ladder? Okay. I will motion for him to come up, but, giving the universal silent sign.
Okay. Coldwell will throw that MP5 over his shoulder. I assume it had like a sling, correct?
Yeah, we'll say it as sling. That's
Okay.
fine.
Throw that over my shoulder and start making my way up to the loft.
Okay. You make a stealth check as well, Agent Coldwell.
Break some
See.
rudders, or what are those called? The rungs?
The rungs.
I speak each.
Yeah.
Okay. I rolled a 20. I don't have a score for it, but it says, give me 1 second. Oh, 40. 20 under 40. Perfect.
Okay.
I was looking at the wrong. I was looking at survival.
So you creep your way up this ladder. You see each looking down at you with this wild look in his eye. And what may be causing that, you may have
What's
to
that?
look yourself.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Can I speak with him? Is it still my turn, or?
Yeah, we're not
Okay.
in any type of arrangement at this point.
Oh,
so-
okay.
What do we got each?
4 Grays. Jane Allen. Alpha. Compromised. We must destroy this. Grenades.
Karen Cole's down there too, by the way.
He's dead.
Caracola. Karen Cole? Karen Cola?
Even so, he's
Aaron.
seen too much. We're not
Like
going to
a
have any
large-
choice but
yeah.
to clean him.
So yeah,
Yeah.
each visually on the breaking point, holding it together. We must finish. Only one way in. Only one way out. Walls covered with protomatter.
Can Coldwell
Tell the rest. I'll stay here.
peek over and take a look at the situation below?
Yeah, before you do that though, I want you to make a
I was
hum-
actually holding you at the ladder. Like,
I figured as much, but you're so traumatized. I'm like trying to make sense of, one way in, 4 little dudes down there. I know it's a sticky situation, but
Ugh, this tastes awful. Try it.
I want you to make a hum int first.
okay. That 62 over 60.
There's definitely something about each. Almost smells like he needs a diaper change at this point, but you just can't put your finger on it.
Yeah, you can.
So you creep your way onto the loft, worm your way around that hay bale. I imagine you doing the cobra crawl to the edge and looking down. And just how I described it for each, you see that there's this large barn, 60 by 80 feet, fungal growing all along the ceiling and the walls and the floor, the 3 metal tables, Jane Allen on one with these aliens pushing this protomatter goop up inside of her, Karen Cola on another one, Agent Alpha just completely mangled, only you see that part of his face seems to be grafting back together, but it almost looks like a mask, like something that's made out of plaster of Paris. I would like for you to make a sanity check as well, please.
All right. See, sanity. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, baby. That is a 59 under 68.
Nice.
You take 1 point of damage as you look down on this atrocity that just defies human rationale.
While I'm up there, I'm trying to see which would be the best skill to use for this. Basically, what Coldwell's trying to do is there hay bales or other flammable objects at the bottom, like any like gas tanks or gas cans? I mean, like at the bottom of the barn.
There are no hay bales down there, but go ahead and make a luck roll with your D20.
All right, come on, baby. Hell yeah, 19.
19. It does look like there's some open vats that are almost directly beneath the loft itself. It's got some kind of a bubbly liquid, but you're not really sure what the composite of that liquid is. But it does kind of give off a real funk of a smell.
Okay. Since Coldwell's the only one that has most of his faculties together, he's going to go back towards the ladder and try to get the others to come back up. Who else was close to the ladder?
I would say we all are pretty close to it.
Kind of just hanging out.
Yep.
Rice, Adesso, you need to come up. Got a situation up here.
Caldwell, what's going on? Can you tell us anything?
It's hard to describe, but I think we found the main source.
Do we want all of us upstairs in the loft? I mean, out of game, but do we want that? That sounds to be a bit risky.
Are there other... I'm sure there's other ingress points to this barn, right?
It's not what I'm hearing. They just told us there's only one way up. Only one way in.
Handler, are there other ingress areas to this barn?
The only other door was the big door in front, and it was sealed shut. And from what each had seen, the entire interior was covered in this fungal stuff, including the doors. So, unless you want to go up and actually try to swing one of those open, that would be your next option other than climbing up the ladder and joining the rest of the boys.
Yeah, I feel like that loft is a choke point for us if we all are up there. So Rice he hears what Caldwell is saying. Caldwell, I hear what you're saying, but there's got to be another way into this place. I'm going to go around the outside of the barn. Adesso, do you want to go with me and figure out what, if we have another ingress point here?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
No, maybe we can try to flank these things.
Now, real quick, out of game, each did say there's only one way in and one way out.
Yeah, but the handler just said that if we want to go try the door...
We tried that, didn't we? It was stuck shut or something like that?
I think so. I think you guys did that
in the
last episode.
Okay. All right, let's just assume then, for continuity then that this is the only way in.
Okay.
This is the way.
So
This is the
You can
pick it
always
back up
check
from here.
I mean,
If you want to take him up the ladder with you or whatever, I'll just omit the fact you wanted to dance around the barn.
All right. All right. Well, let's not get bogged down in it. All right. So there's only one way in, but I feel the same way. It's a choke point if we all go up there because there's no way for us to get out or rescue each other if something goes bad. Or if somebody rams the inside of those doors and forces them open with a mechanical means, we have no recourse. We have no way to seal up or stop or anything. So I don't know.
got a tractor.
Having us all in the loft is probably not the best choice. I mean, I don't know. It could be okay. Could be okay.
We all have a grenade, so
Let's hand them up then, because
we could bombard them, and then have two on the ground in case anyone flies out of the barn.
Push the hay bales
somehow.
in.
Yeah, try to contain it as much, but if shit hits the fan, at least we have two agents on the ground, either one in a car to ram one of them, or I don't know, just kind of keep perimeter, just try to keep it contained, because that's our main mission, is to contain this.
Hey, what are we doing? Are we all going up or are we going to keep one down below?
I'm already up, waiting on your guys' decision. It's going to be fucking
Coldwell's
raining
up there, too.
pineapples soon.
Yeah, Coldwell's up here.
so it's just you and me. Adesso volunteers to stay down and patrol the perimeter.
Are you still at 5 hit points too?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
In his
keep it,
condition, yeah, we should just keep him out.
All right, so Handler Rice is going to move up the ladder and join Ichi and Coldwell up top.
Okay.
He's got Before I do that, though, I am switching the shotgun to slugs.
Okay.
So I'm going to eject all of the buckshot and fill it up with slugs.
Do we want to collect all the grenades and fucking drop them death from above style?
I like it. Sounds like a solid plan to me.
Yeah.
We also got to think too that what if this isn't the ending? Do we want to have us something, you know?
Just one left over. How about
don't know.
Adesso keeps one then?
We got lots of guns, so I think we'll be okay. But
We should be.
4 aliens, proto matter in a big old, mason jar. We got three compromised individuals plus a in vitro one. What a shame. But yeah, I think
We
got
got to clean everybody.
having some grenades will light this whole place up, and we can get down that ladder quick, or jump from the thing to the top of the car, Dukes of Hazzard style. I don't know, but I think we need to light this place up.
Before we get completely cold-blooded, is there any option for us that we can see that would enable us to save anybody? Because
Yeah, we could tell
I'm
the
not
sheriff
seeing
that the
it.
guy killed himself, and then the sheriff would go back. Oh wait, never mind. We're not talking about that.
I don't think the sheriff's an option anymore. But,
yeah,
Well, I don't, like you said, Odessa. Well, Tony, since I'm not EG right now, they're all compromised. They're getting proto matter shoved up their hoo-ha and in their face, and it's reconstructing them. I mean, it's like Spivey all over again.
yeah. I don't see any other alternative course of action given our mission.
We got to kill
Anybody else?
the things too.
I
Yeah.
think if we sacrifice 2 of the grenades, try to shoot for one of them most radius damage and the other one towards those vats that are below the loft, and us bailing out would be the best course of action, and at least try to keep it in the barn.
And having a Deso at the doors, if they somehow open up from the protomatter, you can start gunning them down. Because
Gunning, and
I
then
don't
he's
think
got
we're
the
going to be
grenade as
jumping.
well.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to all jump down from the loft or climb down into that inferno down there. At least not yet. Maybe to finish off some stuff. Fuck it. Send out another team. Number 4.
so, Adesso, you're going to stay on the ground outside, correct?
Yes.
Rice, you're going up the ladder.
I am.
Each and Coldwell, is it your hope to save any of these people down in the barn? Or are they just considered expendable at this point?
I don't think there's any way we can save them. They got the protomatter all over them.
Okay.
That, Spivey is compromised in the same way. And I think right now we got to go hardcore with the mission. There's no way to be able to save them and combat the aliens and destroy that vat of purple stuff. And,
Right.
It'd be fun to throw a grenade.
Yeah,
Okay.
Coldwell agrees.
So, Rice, you come up the ladder, you go around the hay bale, and you look at the interior of this barn, just as I described it before, with these 4 aliens walking around, these 3 humans on these tables. And you're amazed at what's going on until you are completely floored by the fact that one of these aliens pulls something out of Jane Allen from between her legs by an appendage. And you see this, if it could be called an infant. It's got 6 arms and 2 legs. It has mandibles. It's this purplish looking infant, and I need you to make a sanity check as this alien raises this thing up to look at it.
Oh,
Dude, Rice has seen humanoids from the deep. This is nothing.
We will see.
special effects have gotten better, dude.
Yeah.
Hold on. Come on, baby. Come on. 18 under 73.
Somehow you find the stones to get through this as you take 1 point of sanity damage as this thing makes this chippering noise as it tries to draw in oxygen into whatever it may consider lungs. It just starts flailing with these arms and kicking with these legs. You hear these full-grown mandals just chittering away. Agent Alpha, eye fixed on the loft.
Dude, he's going to give us away.
Hopefully not.
Up there.
Up there, help me!
Yeah. That would be bad.
From what you can tell, the 4 aliens are more enthralled with this infant creature than what Agent Alpha may be trying to direct towards.
So what you're saying is that the majority of the aliens in there are surrounding this infant. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, I could go with that.
All right.
What a way to lean into that.
Perfect.
Agent Coldwell, what would you like to do?
Each. Hand me your grenade.
Okay.
He's going to take each his grenade. Rice, I need you to cover me. First grenade, lob down by the group and the infant. Now remember, I got to do this under 80. That's my skill for hand grenade.
Under 80, okay.
Under 80. So the
It's not a
first
foregone
one
conclusion. We're just hoping it is.
is 37.
Awesome.
Okay.
37.
I don't know what the damage is for that.
Well,
Do I
it's-
roll for damage.
You don't roll for damage right out
No.
of the gate. You're going to roll for a lethality. So I want you to roll for the lethality first with that one. Under
I gotta roll
15%.
Under 15%. Wow. Okay, that is not a
Still
lot.
does,
But
still does damage.
It does. You add the 2 die together to get your damage if it's not lethal.
What'd you
I
get?
rolled 85.
85. So
Good.
13 points of damage within a 20-meter range.
Fuck yeah.
Which
Hold
is literally like the whole barn area. It's 60 by 40, right?
Thankfully, it
60
only
by
goes
80.
out and not up.
Yeah, we got partial cover.
Okay.
We got hay bales.
So
Yeah.
you pull the pin on this grenade and you drop it center mass right into these 4 grays. And the thing goes off. Poof. You see the 4 of these entities turn into a fine Play-Doh mist as it smears across the interior walls of this barn. And you hear something in your skull, Coldwell.
Oh no.
You hear this voice that say, "You couldn't kill me more than once. You just keep killing me, don't you? Why do you keep killing me?" Need you to make a sanity check.
Oh shit. That one's gonna fail. That is 80 over 67.
And you take 2 more points of sanity damage.
Ooh.
And for the listeners, if you don't know what's going on, listen to, what is it, Ryder? Roll the hard 20? Deep water.
Deep waters.
Zzz.
Now, Coldwell, what would you say to this voice that keeps attacking you in your mind?
I got 2 grenades.
I got one more, baby.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep trying.
Each. What do you want
Yes.
to do while you're up there?
Well, I was going to throw a grenade, but I gave it to Coldwell.
Okay.
He's actually trained in it. Makes sense.
Well, mine is just, pull the ring and drop. What I want to look around and see, where else did this hit? Did it hit the vat? Did it hit Baby Jane? Did it hit Jane? Did it hit Caracola, Alpha?
As you look down, you obviously see that all 4 of those little gray entities are dust. They're like Play-Doh against the walls. You see that Caracola, barely alive. Agent Alpha, still alive. Jane, dead. You see that at the back of the barn, this vat of purple goop is still in there, still seems to be undulating, still alive from what you can tell.
Okay, is there fires anywhere?
Ironically, there is not. For some reason, the fungus didn't allow for some kind of a flammability.
I turned to Coldwell. We gotta kill the vat. We must kill that vat. That is the key. The rest we can finish off after. We must hurry.
Coldwell gives him a nod.
Rice.
How many of the aliens are left?
None.
They're dead. And I hear this. I hear Ichi telling Coldwell about the vat.
Yeah, all three of you are on
We're all within
feet
Like
of
shoulder
each other.
length.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to fire a slug into that vat.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're shooting at a fixed target. I think you get a bonus.
Handler,
It's just straight up fire. It's
no
not as
bonus?
though- no, you don't get a bonus of like 20% unless you decide to aim and wait till the next. And in which case you'll get 20% more.
I rolled a 4 under 52.
Okay.
There we go.
Roll that damage against the vat.
And that's going to be 2d6,
Fight the real power.
11 points of damage.
So the vat shatters. You see the liquid begin to ooze out. And then as the liquid is flowing out of this cracked vat, you see the protomatter begin to ooze out as well. Adesso, from outside the barn, you begin to hear fireworks go off from inside. You hear a large explosion.
Right.
You hear the expenditure of some kind of a shell out of a large rifle.
Got it.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to walk around and make sure nothing else gets out. And if it does, I'm going to shoot it with my Mac or whatever it is, an MP5. So I'm
Okay.
just going to, I'm going to have to patrol the area around. Is there any location on the inside that I could pinpoint as being closer than the other? Well, here's a better way. Is there any damage to the outside of the barn?
Actually, there doesn't seem to be any damage to the outside of the barn.
Okay.
In fact, the only noise that you heard seemed to come from the hole in the loft. It was as though the rest of the barn seemed to be sound deadened.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. So he'll just go around and just check to make sure that nothing's broken, nothing's trying to pound its way out, nothing's burning, just that kind of stuff. Just observing.
Okay.
I imagine
Coldwell.
Odesso just like limping around with that MP5 just on his
Exactly.
shoulder.
Fucking Jack Nicholson in The Shining with the axes.
Coldwell.
Coldwell with the second grenade would like to toss it towards as closest to the vat as he could.
Okay.
All right, under 80. That is 20 under 80.
All right. Give me some
Just made
lethality.
All right,
Just made
lethality. 43.
For some reason, it just seemed as though it slowed it down a little. It's still managing to maneuver its way across the floor. It actually starts making its way towards one of the bodies of the humans. Each.
Well, I was looking for fire. There's still no fire after that second grenade goes off?
Not on the floor, no. There's nothing down below
Okay.
that's flammable.
Okay.
Other than maybe
Well-
possibly something in one of the vats.
Right, I remember that liquid. My problem is I need to start a fire, and all I have
Is a hay
that
bale?
would be potentially able to do that's a firearm.
Oh, nope.
Did we got flares, right?
Yes. Rice
Okay.
has the flares.
Okay. So if I'm able to, I'll go, Rice, give me a flare.
Rice hears this and this kind of weird voice. Each is obviously not himself, but
Holding it
grabs.
together.
Yeah.
Speaking Japanese to us.
Yeah. Oh, give me flare. So I give him all the flares that I have.
How many flares was that?
All you said was road flares. You didn't call it was flares plural. You didn't say how many.
Well, let's roll a d4 and find out how many road flares that was.
Yeah.
6.
On a D4.
On a d4.
It's a non-Euclidean die.
It's that hypergeometry.
I added my proficiency.
I rolled 4 on my D4, but
Okay, so we'll say 3. We'll split the baby.
okay.
No,
Just like the aliens
Coldwell
did.
already split the baby.
Actually,
Jesus.
Oh man, that's bad.
actually, I'm going to give him 2 because he's obviously in
Each?
kind of this weird state. I give him
Because
2.
he's Oriental, huh? You fucking racist.
Whoa,
Okay.
whoa, whoa.
My it's Asian. I'm not a rug. So what I would like to do is
you splitting
I would
hairs
like
now?
to.
No.
There's no rabbits. Splitting babies. What I'd like to do is, and let me know if I can do. I don't know if I can do this in one turn. The goal would be to ignite some hay bales and push them down, or push them down into the room and ignite them, hopefully catching those canisters that may or may not have something alcoholic or ethanol based in there.
I think we'd be okay pushing the hay bales down into the bottom and then just lighting them off. I mean, that's a magnesium flare, is my guess.
No, that's not what he's asking. It's because it's 2 actions.
And I've also
see.
got the flares from Rice. So
Well, Rice handed you the flares.
yeah.
So I'll tell you what, we've never really established a boundary for the gold doubloons. And I will say that a gold doubloon could also be used in this system to add another turn to you,
All right.
if you want to use
Okay.
that.
I like it.
Yeah.
So-
Are you guys cool with me burning one? I got 2.
Yeah.
Sounds good
Yeah.
to me.
So that'll
Yeah.
give you 2 actions with that.
Do it.
Okay. Well, then the idea then would be to push as many of the hay
There's
bales
just one.
down.
There's just one.
Oh, it's just one.
There's just one.
That's blocking out all the light.
Sorry. There's just 2.
Okay. Well, if possible, I'd like to push down those hay bales into the room.
Okay, you'll only
Specifically-
be able to push one down.
Okay.
You can
well,
push them
I'll do that
both down
first.
with both your turns, but you wouldn't be able to light any of them up.
No, I'll push one and then. What do you guys think? Light it and then push it, or what?
I was thinking make sure you get it well lit and then push it down, but that was just me.
All right, just making sure
Jam
everyone's
it
cool
in.
because you're all up hanging out in this fucking Friday night Ichi's Jamboree and Hootenanny. We're gonna get this place lit up. Just
Jam
wanna
the
make sure you're
flare.
cool with it.
Literally.
Yeah, fire it up
okay.
and jam it into the hay bale and then push it over.
Yeah, that's
you
the so strike the flare, shove it inside the hay bale, and push it right off the edge into that hopefully combustible material that won't hurt us because we're above it.
Roll a luck roll for me.
Okay. 18.
18 lands right atop of one of those vats, and you hear this huge explosion as fire gouts out of this thing. I need for you to roll me 2d6.
Okay.
Does he want high or low?
If he wants damage, he probably wants to
Two
roll
and-
high.
2 and
There we
5.
go.
2 and 5, 7. It's still alive, only it seems to be on fire, and it will continue to take damage until it's able to put itself out.
Throw down another hay bale,
Yeah,
man.
the
Don't give
next
it a
turn,
chance.
another hay bale's coming.
What is everybody's dex at this point?
You want to call it out?
Actually, you don't need to. Each, you're at 15, Rice is at
15.
13, Coldwell's at 11, and Adesso is at 11 as well.
And has partial cover because of barn.
The protomatter entity goes right after you each in initiative and as well
Okay.
as targeting.
Good luck.
Oh, it's going to have luck. You see
hope
this
not.
appendage launch out of it towards you. 28.
Ow. I'm
It's a
thinking
miss.
maybe
My
a
armor's
balloon.
29.
You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
I would like to see a doubloon before that.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's
I
time
got
to
one
use
left,
it.
gentlemen.
Yeah, I would
It
use
is.
it. That's 9
Okay,
points.
just making sure because our
significant.
doubloons are for. I know they're ours, but everyone.
Okay.
If that's the case, I'd like to use my last doubloon and avoid or a reroll at least.
Reroll the 2 hit, right?
The 2 hit, right?
Yeah. Even if it hits, it's got to do less damage than that.
53 misses.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
That was a good use
yeah.
of a doubloon. There we go.
All right.
Yeah, it's a good
Rice,
use of it.
you see this appendage launch out of the protomatter. Try to attack each. What do you want to do?
Is the appendage still up in the loft area?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to take make another attack with my shotgun
Okay.
at the appendage.
Is there an appendage and the vat thing in the vat still?
Of where it came from?
Yeah.
No, it's just one large
Oh, okay. So it's all up with us.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But it's on fire, right?
It is on fire.
Yeah. So he's got to take damage every turn.
No,
I
he
love
takes
it.
damage on
Fire.
each's turn.
So
Every
okay.
time each's turn
Then
comes
roll.
around, he takes the damage.
Did
All
you
right,
do that?
Not yet.
Okay.
Your turn's not back up yet.
Oh, I got it. Got it. Sorry.
I rolled a 58 over 52 this time.
Okay. Round goes off into the ceiling right next to this thing. Coldwell.
I had this mental image of
Dying.
Rice going to pull out like a flare, like Jurassic Park, the first one, where he's like, "Hey,
Follow me.
Stick it right in
Yeah.
it, dude, because fucking remember, guns don't really do shit to these things from what I
Yeah.
remember.
I don't have a flare. I have a hay bale in front of me.
Try to smash it
Can
or something
I-
with the hay bale and we can set it on fire.
Can I hold an action
Yes.
or wait for someone's action? So my idea is I want to get the secondary hay bale ready to toss over the ledge to the center of the blob after someone lights it on fire is pretty much what I want to do. So I want to hold my action for that.
Copy that. Okay. Adesso. You're around the backside of the barn. You hear all kinds of shit going wild from the front of the barn. And as you've made your way around it, you've noticed no other point of egress into this place.
Okay. He'll work his way back around to the front of the barn where the hay storage was open, and see if he can see perceive anything going on, like
Okay.
anything coming out, anything happening, because he's just hanging out. My guess is I don't hear a lot of things clearly because of the sound deadening.
Make an alertness.
Oh boy. Yeah, 60 under 20.
60 under 20. There's that.
You hear something
hypergeometry again.
faint.
Mm-hmm.
It might just be echoing from somewhere within the barn.
Mm-hmm.
But damn if it doesn't sound like it's coming from outside the barn somewhere.
Ugh.
Uh-oh.
Each roll
Yes.
a d6 for me, please.
All right. Fucking 2.
2. This thing takes 2 more points of damage. What would you like to do?
Fucking spark up that fucking flare again. It's on fire, right?
What's that?
This monster.
It is on fire.
Can I just grab the hay bale and smash it with it? Would like that cause a big fire again?
It's down below. It's actually next to those open vats down below the loft.
The
so-
open vats didn't do anything?
Not where you threw the bale of hay.
Okay, so real quick, the monster's up with us, right?
No.
Appendage.
It just
It's an appendage.
launched an appendage
Oh,
towards
okay,
you.
so it
it's
threw like
still
a-
down below. Yeah.
Dulcine fist. Okay.
Yes.
So, and it's near the, well, we got the second hay bale, right?
That's
we
correct.
got it prepped.
And,
Coldwell has it. He's ready to fucking
Right.
launch this bitch.
okay, well, I spark up the flare
Okay.
and I'll just jam it straight into the hay bale and make sure it, like, catches fire.
It immediately catches fire. Coldwell.
All right. To toss this thing where we want it, do I need to do an athletics or
I like that.
Big hand grenade.
Yeah.
the hand grenade?
No, not
under
hand
80?
grenade. Athletics.
Athletics? All right. I got to roll under 60. That is a 48.
That's under 60. You sounded so disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you drop this thing down. I need you to do two things. I need you to roll 2d6.
2d6. All right. Here we go. 2d6. Ooh, that's good. First one,
Yes.
6.
All right.
Second one,
Nice.
3.
All right.
Not bad.
Now I need you to roll a luck check with your d20, please.
All right. D20. Here we go. That's going to be a 2.
2. The bale of hay falls just short of the open vat below you. Sorry. The protomatter has 3 targets in the loft. 1, 2 for each, 3, 4 for Rice, 5, 6 for Coldwell. It's a 6. Coldwell, you see this appendage launch out towards you. 18. That's going to hit.
Definitely.
2 points of damage.
Fucking no problem.
Rice.
So Rice's, I'm assuming that shotgun had a sling on it. I'm just assuming.
I would imagine so. It's a police issued shotgun. It probably does.
All right. So, clearly the firearms are not doing quite what we want them to do. No more hay bales, right?
No more hay bales.
Did we get Dragon's Breath as part of the shotgun loadout?
No, this isn't John Wick, but thank you for asking.
I was hoping.
Yeah, it's white dragon's breath, so it's frost.
So I'm still going to still use a shotgun because I want to draw fire away from Ichi.
Okay.
Dude,
So-
see if you can do something to that damn. You have a flare, right? Drop it in the container.
Oh, yeah. I have 1 flare left. So
Okay.
I am going to take that flare, that last flare, and toss it over the edge into that vat. Athletics check.
Athletics check, please.
Boy, I'm rolling good tonight. 9 under 52.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounded like he failed, just like
I
Junior.
know, man.
I'm
You
like,
sound so
oh,
fucking
sorry.
disappointed. I'm
9
sorry.
under 9 under 50. 9 under 50. Sorry.
It's
Okay.
because I'm so used to trying to roll high that when you
I
see
know.
those low numbers, you're like, wait a minute. No, that's
Yeah.
good.
It's
So
psychological.
Pop this flare and drop it off the loft right into the open vat. I need you to roll 4d6 for me, please.
Dude, Rice just mic
6.
dropped it. Just
How many of them? 4?
Yeah.
4.
15 points.
15 points. You see this protomatter explode into microcosms all across the interior of this barn. And every one of you feels this like a dark cloud lift off your soul. As you look at each other, you notice that this purple pallor that was in your face previously begins to fade. But not before the interior of the barn starts to catch fire and starts to make its way up towards the loft.
Time to go. Now.
Real quick, I want to look at Coldwell's eyes and see if they're still purple. We got time. I'm just kidding.
They are not. Adesso,
Uh-huh.
you see this illumination come from the front of the barn up there by the loft hole,
Right.
and it illuminates the entire sky briefly. And as you're looking at the sky, then you see all this light illuminated. You notice something black in this illumination. It looks almost like a helicopter.
Okay. All right.
Surprisingly, you don't hear it though.
All right. Well, I will just be ready and take a precautionary aim at it until I
Okay.
can identify it. Does it have any markings on it or anything?
Make an intelligence check.
Smarty
Yeah.
pants.
Exactly. Oh, that is a 04 under 95. Or I'm
You
sorry.
see nothing on the fuselage of this bird at all. Each.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Can I tell if it's truly a helicopter? Or I just think it's a helicopter.
It certainly seems like a helicopter, and somebody who's used to naval intelligence would definitely be able to tell what a helicopter looks like.
Okay.
Surprisingly, it seems to be flying via stealth technology, though.
Okay.
Blue
All right.
Thunder.
And it seems to be making its way to land.
All right. Each will get. I'm sorry. Each you
Play
do
your
your
own
thing.
character.
Adesso's going to get on the phone and call Derringer to find out if he has sent us any reinforcements because he's the only person that knows where we are.
The phone rings once, twice, 3, 4. The 5th time, the phone actually picks up. SAC Derringer.
Derringer, Adesso. Did you
Adesso.
send-
What the hell's going on?
Did you send
Spivey
any-
just died.
Did you send any air assets to our location?
No, but did you just hear what I just said?
We have a problem. We have air assets coming on target to land, and they're not yours, and we don't know where they are. We want permission to engage.
I can't give that kind of authorization. I don't even know who they are.
Neither do I, but how did they get here? The only person I told where we were going was you. So if you didn't send them, how do they know where we are? Is there anybody else tapping into our line? Are we compromised and just don't know it?
The line goes dead.
Okay. Adesso starts yelling for the guys, get out, get out, get out, get out. We're going to be under attack.
Each,
Yes.
you hear Adesso screaming like a bitch from outside.
What's new? The purple stuff is hurting me. No, I'm just kidding.
You hear Adesso screaming from outside to get you out front, post haste.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be staring down at the destruction of the protomatter. Hearing Adesso helps break me out of my little
Bouvier?
what is that auger that I had? Like kind of.
Yeah.
So yeah. So now I'm out of that, and I am hightailing it down the ladder because the place is on fire.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You slide down the ladder, just down both sides of it, and you see what Adesso is pointing at. You see this bird hovering about 15 feet above the ground, completely blacked out. You see the cargo door slide open on both sides. The only way you could tell it's on both sides is you could see the sky through it. You see several individuals within that begin to fast rope down this side. Agent Rice from the loft, you see each leave.
I'm following him.
You make your way out of the loft, slide down the ladder as well, as you see your two comrades facing something imminent. Coldwell in the loft.
Coldwell, he wants to take one final look down below and see if Caracola is done for, Jane Allen is done for, and Agent Alpha is done for.
They are all done for. However,
Pieces.
what you do notice is a small little entity with 6 arms and 2 legs and mandibles crawling slowly under one of the tables.
Crawling towards under the table. Coldwell would like to take a shot at it.
Okay.
Baby Jane.
Baby Jane! Alright, let's see. What were we rolling for that? That would be under 50. 22.
Oh,
Nice.
right
Critical
on.
fail. Critical success.
All
Critical success.
No more.
Give me some max damage.
Give you some max damage. I'm rolling a D10. Is that what we said?
Nope,
we were
just
rolling
straight
for?
up max damage.
Oh,
10. 10.
10 points. The round goes down range and strikes this I don't even know what to describe it as. Right in the
Monster.
head. You see the round go from the back of the head through the front of the head. You see one of the mandibles shear off, flying into the fire. You see it slouch down under the table as the flames begin to creep upon it and just devour it right where it's at. Within a few moments, the entire interior of this barn is ablaze. What are you going to do?
Book it. I'm heading out the loft, heading down the ladder.
You as well slide down the ladder, and you see what Adesso, Each, and Rice are looking at as you see this helicopter hovering about 15 feet off the ground. You see 12 men fast roped down and begin to creep up towards the barn, weapons at the ready. And you see one individual behind the 12 guys. He doesn't really seem to have much of a care. He's walking upright and walking towards the four of you. Because for some reason, the helicopter is completely silent. You hear him say in a very clear voice, "Lay down your weapons now."
Do we recognize him?
You do not.
Even by voice. We don't.
Not even
Because
by
it's
voice.
night. It's nighttime, right? We wouldn't.
Yeah, it's nighttime. There's no illumination except for the fire that's bellowing out
Big
of the
giant
opening in
fire
the loft.
behind us.
Yes. Even the walls of the barn are starting to glow. Whatever that fungus was that was inside the barn must have some kind of a flashpoint because it's starting to glow. Don't make me ask you again, please. Lay down your weapons.
I say we light him up. Edesso's got one last grenade, and unfortunately, I'm not able to tell them or that these aren't Derringer's men. They could be Heisenberg's, but there'd be no way for Heisenberg to know. So,
Dude, he's got a German accent. You know he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't really have much of an accent, no.
so what do we want to do? I'm not inclined to drop my weapon and leave myself defenseless.
There's 12 of them plus him. There's
12 of them? I thought there were only 4.
No,
No.
there's
There's
12 of
12.
them.
there's 12.
12 with weapons drawn facing you, and him, the 13th, walking towards you.
Well, we got our hand grenades, so
Yeah, drop your weapon. His grenade at his feet.
yeah.
Let's
Well,
hear
I'm
what they have to
thinking
say.
we
Hear what they
drop
have to
that,
say.
and then Adesso can like click the spoon and go, "No problem, man. We're good."
Well, let's see if they wanted us dead. We would be
They would have
dead.
just shot us. Yeah.
So I'd say we put up a little bit of a strong front, not raising our weapons at them, but maybe we call their bluff a little bit. Like I don't
Yeah.
feel like bending over right away and submitting, but I'm not going to charge them with my sword. I guess I would charge them with my sword. No, let's.
Adesso said, I got you. How about this? Adesso says to him, "You guys drop your weapons. We have you. You don't know where our Overwatch is, but we do. You drop your weapons."
We watched you drive upon this place long time ago. We're not too worried about it. And as you see him walk around his men, you see he's kind of smiling. He's got a gold tooth in the upper part of his grill. As he gets closer to you in the illumination of his fire, he almost looks like Tim Roth in his earlier years. He's got that sandy blonde hair, the skinny face and whatnot. You see that he doesn't have a rifle or any type of submachine gun. He just has a 45 on his hip. Very thin, lean, narrow individual. And he's like, "Look, if I wanted you dead already, you would already all be dead. The only reason why we're having this conversation is because I need to debrief you at this point. So you could either be debriefed briefly, or you could be part of the carnage that is here today."
If we were to consent to be debriefed, under what agency do you get your authority from?
We take our orders from somebody that is above the president. And we are global. All you need to know is we've been around for quite some time. What you've seen here, the things you've done in this town, they have a heavy weight that goes with it. And all I can tell you is that you either get in line or you become part of the casualty numbers.
All right, I don't see much of a choice, gentlemen. We have to acquiesce.
Were it not for a certain individual vouching for the four of you, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But in order to continue the conversation, I need for the four of you to lay down your guns. Please, don't make me ask again.
I'll just flip my gun out in front.
Like, just dangling on your finger?
No, just flip it out
Oh.
and throw it in front of him. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't need a gun kind of attitude. Like, or basically just, fuck it. Now what?
He watches you discard your weapon. Now the three of you, if you'd be so kind as to acquiesce to such a simple order. I don't have any problem with you, and I won't take it personally if we got to lay you down. I just need to know where we're going to go from here.
All right.
If they wanted us dead, we'd be
Yeah.
dead. Let's
Yeah.
play. Let's finish this little dance.
Odessa will take off the SMG and lay it on the ground.
Coldwell has dropped his MP5 as well, but he still has his pistol holstered in the back of his under his shirt.
As does Odessa. It was an oversight. Didn't realize.
the
I forgot
grenade.
about that one.
That bulge in
And
my
the grenade.
pocket.
Let's not forget about the grenade.
I'm
Yeah, got
Italian,
that.
that's
I'm
not
gonna
a
drop
grenade.
that.
What about your other friend here?
Rice throws his shotgun out, his Glock 10 millimeter, and his SMWJ frame out. He recognizes that way, way outnumbered here, that there is no exit other than death if we don't comply. And he encourages the rest of the team, guys, we're like way outgunned here. Let's not get cute. Throw out all your weapons.
He
He's still
nods.
got a grenade. He's still got a grenade.
He nods and he smiles, and you see this gleaming gold tooth as he looks at the four of you. Then he turns to his 12 men and he motions for 2 on the far right, and he gestures towards the ladder that leads up to the loft. And you see the 2 men run towards the barn, go up the ladder, and start going into the loft. At this point, the flames have already started to die down to allow them access. He looks at the 4 of you and he says, "Now, I don't know how deep you've been read into this, but as far as I'm concerned, I have all of your numbers. You're not to talk to anybody about this. And were you not affiliated with Heisenberg, we wouldn't even be having this conversation at this point. I just want you to know, this won't be something you'll put on your resume in the future.
We've
If I
done this
ever-
before, friend.
Not with me, you haven't. I'm just telling you right now that if I ever hear a breath that any of this ever gets out, I won't just kill you, I'll kill all your family. And I know one of you has children. So,
And okay, so we got the cool Eastern European bad guy thing going. Great. Now what? Where do we go from here? The debrief? Can we go?
this
We've
is the
had a
debrief.
very long day.
This
Oh.
is the debrief. And I worked very hard on this accent, so
Yeah, I wish you would just pick a theme with it. No, I'm just kidding.
look, man, I'm trying to do the best I can with what I got here.
God damn it, Macklemore! What?
I hear people don't like my Tennessee accent. So, look at here. It's going to be very simple. All you got to do is go back home, pretend you were never in Groversville.
I'm good with that.
Never heard
After
of the
everything's
place.
burned to a crisp, I'm totally good with that.
And you are never to contact SAC Derringer ever again. Ever. Do I
Are we
understand?
able to at all?
All right, there we go.
As of 8 minutes ago, no. He won't be taking anybody's calls any longer.
Got it.
His 2 men come back out of the barn, slide down, and one of them gives him the hand across the neck like, "It's all done, boss." His men start moving back towards the chopper, and start going back up the ropes. And he just starts walking towards the chopper as well. He turns around, and now he's backpedaling with his hands kind of out in front of him like, well, it's been quite an entertaining evening. I hope all of you can enjoy the rest of the sights, but I wouldn't do it in Groversville very long.
What do we call you?
Late for dinner. My name is Lupus. Don't forget it.
Like the
Cool.
disease?
New contact. That was me.
Lupus, like the kid from fucking Bad News Bears.
Oh, I was thinking like
Yeah.
the disease. Isn't that a disease? Lupus?
Yeah.
I'm bad on both fronts, and I'll take you out just as fast. Have a good evening, gentlemen. As far as I'm concerned, this is the end of episode 16 of Convergence.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, all right then.
Well
This
done.
guy's a dick. I don't like him at all.
Thank you for joining us once again on Roll the Hard 20 podcast. Remember, you can find us and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora Radio, iHeart Radio, Amazon Podcasts, and Audible. And if you like what you're listening to, be sure to leave us that 5-star rating and review. Don't forget about our YouTube channel at Roll the Hard 20. So if you're into watching and you want to help support the show, then head on over and hit that subscribe button. It really does help the show out. We can also be found in the wild on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, so don't forget to look for us there and check us out. You can also contact the show directly at rollthehard20podcast@gmail.com or head on over to the website at rollthehard20podcast.com, where you can download the current show directly, pick and choose past shows from our archives, or view our galleries. We've got a lot of stuff posted over there, so check us out. And finally, join us on our Patreon at patreon.com/rollthehard20podcast, where you can become a hard slinger and pick up swag. So until next time, keep your dice warm and your glass topped off as you roll those hard 20s.